Hello friends, welcome to my channel GATE and ESE Aspirants. In this lecture, we will discuss the previous year GATE and ESE questions related to fluid properties. Now start with GATE previous year. The dimension of surface tension is option A Newton per meter square, option B Joule per meter, option C Joule per meter square, option D Watt per meter. Correct answer is option C. Because surface tension is force per unit length and its unit is Newton meter. We can divide and multiply with meter, so we get Newton meter per meter square. So Newton meter becomes joule, so surface tension unit is joule per meter square. Second question. For Newtonian fluid, option A shear stress is proportional to shear strain. Option B rate of shear stress is proportional to shear strain. Option C shear stress is proportional to rate of shear strain. Option D rate of shear stress is proportional to rate of shear strain. So correct option is answer C, because from Newton's law of viscosity, shear stress is directly proportional to rate of shear strain. Tau is directly proportional to d theta by dt. Question 3. The dimension of surface tension is option A ml the power minus 1, option B L the power 2 T the power minus 1, option C M L the power minus 1 T the power 1, option D M T the power minus 2. So correct option is answer D, because surface tension is force per unit length, so its dimension is m L T the power minus 2 by L. So L and L get cancelled, so the dimension of surface tension is m T the power minus 2. Question 4. Kinematic viscosity of air at 20 degrees is given to be 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second. Its kinematic viscosity at 70 degree will be approximately option A 2.2 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second, option B 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second, option C 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second, and option D is 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second. So correct answer is option D, because here T1 is 293 Kelvin, T2 is 343 Kelvin, and nu1 is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second, and nu2 is unknown. We know dynamic viscosity is directly proportional to T the power 1 by 2, and density is inversely proportional to temperature. So dynamic viscosity and density is kinematic viscosity. So kinematic viscosity is proportional to T the power 3 by 2. So put the value of T1, T2, nu1, we get the nu2. So nu2 comes out 2.02 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter square per second. That's all for GATE previous year question. Now start ESE previous year. Question first. Decrease in temperature in general result in option A an increase in viscosities of both gases and liquids, option B a decrease in viscosities of both liquids and gases, option C an increase in viscosity of liquids and decrease in that of gases, option D a decrease in viscosity of liquid and increase in that of the gases. So correct answer is option C, because an increase in viscosity of liquid and decrease in that of the gases. Question 2. Match list 1 and list 2 and select the correct answer. Here list 1 is ideal fluid with rate of deformation, option B Newtonian fluid, option C mu by rho, option D mercury in glasses. List 2 definition and results. 1. Viscosity does not change. 2. Fluid of zero viscosity. 3. Dynamic viscosity. 4. Capillary depression. 5. Kinematic viscosity. 6. Capillary rise. So correct answer is option D. Question 3rd. Assertion. In a liquid, the rate of deformation is far more important than that of total deformation itself. A reason a fluid continues to deform so long as the external forces are applied. So correct answer is option A, because both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is correct explanation of assertion. Question 4. Which one of the following is bulk modulus K of fluid? For option A, rho dp upon d rho. Option B, dp upon rho d rho. Option C, rho d rho upon dp. Option D, d rho upon rho dp. So correct answer is option A, because bulk modulus is defined as hydrostatic stress upon volumetric strain, which is equal to minus dp upon dv upon v. So we know dp upon dv is equal to say dp upon d rho. So bulk modulus is equal to say rho dp upon d rho. Question 5. Newton's law of viscosity depends upon option A, stress and strain in fluid. Option B, shear stress, pressure and velocity. Option C, shear stress and rate of strain. Option D, viscosity and shear stress. So correct answer is option C, because we know Newton's law of viscosity, in which shear stress is directly proportional to rate of shear strain. Question number 6. Surface tension is due to option A, viscous forces. Option B, cohesion. Option C, adhesion. Option D, the difference between adhesive and cohesive forces. So correct answer is option B, because surface tension is due to cohesion between liquid particle at the surface, whereas capillarity is due to both cohesion and adhesion. The property of cohesion enable a liquid to resist tensile stresses, while adhesion enable it to stick to another body. Question 7. The shear stress developed in lubricating oil of viscosity 9.81 poise and is filled with two parallel plates which is 1 centimeter apart and moving with relative velocity of 2 meter per second is option A, 20 Newton per meter square. Option B, 196.2 Newton per meter square. Option C, 29.62 Newton per meter square. Option D, 40 Newton per meter square. So correct answer is option B, because du is equal to say 2 meter per second, dy is equal to say 1 centimeter or 0.01 meter. We know dynamic viscosity is 9.81 poise is equal to say 0.981 Pascal second. We know Newton's law of viscosity, yeah, tau is equal to say mu du upon dy. So tau is equal to say 0.981 into 2 divided by 0.01. So tau is 196.2 Newton per meter square. Question 8. If the relation between the shear stress tau and rate of shear strain du upon dy is expressed as tau is equal to say mu du upon dy the power n, then the fluid with exponent n is greater than 1 is known as which of the following? Option A, Bingham plastic. Option B, dilatant fluid. Option C, Newtonian fluid. Option D, pseudoplastic fluid. So correct answer is option B, because we know non-Newtonian fluid dilatant n is greater than 1. We can see in the graph also. Question 9. Match list 1 type of fluid with list 2 variation of shear stress and select the correct answer. List 1 ideal fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid and Bingham plastic fluid. List 2 shear stress varies linearly with rate of strain. Second, shear stress does not vary linearly with rate of strain. Third, fluid behaves like a solid until a minimum yield stress, beyond which exhibits linear relations between shear stress and rate of shear strain. Fourth, shear stress is 0, and the code is given as follow. So correct answer is option D. Because ideal fluid have shear stress is 0, Newtonian fluid shear stress varies linearly with rate of strain. Non-Newtonian fluid shear stress does not vary linearly with rate of strain. Pingham plastic fluid behaves like a solid until a minimum yield stress, beyond which it exhibits linear relations between shear stress and rate of strain. Question 10. A capillary tube is inserted in a mercury kept in an open container. Assertion: the mercury level inside the tube rise above the level of mercury outside. Reason: the cohesive force between the molecules of mercury is greater than the cohesive force between the mercury and glass. So correct option is D, because assertion is false but reason is true. Mercury shows the capillarity depression. Question 11. Assertion: in general, viscosity in liquid increases and in gases it decreases with rise in temperature. Reason: the viscosity is caused by intermolecular force of cohesion and due to transfer of molecular momentum between the fluid layers, of which in liquids the former and in gases the latter contributes the major part towards viscosity. So correct option is D, because viscosity in liquid decreases and in gases it increases with rise in temperature. Question 12. Match list 1 rheology equation with list 2 type of fluid and select the correct answer. List 1, tau is equal to say mu du by dy is power n is equal to 1. Option B, n is less than 1. Option C, n is greater than 1. Option D, tau is equal to say tau naught plus mu du by dy the power n. Here n is equal to say 1. List second. First Pingham plastic, second dilatant fluid, third Newtonian fluid, fourth pseudoplastic fluid. Here code for this given here. So correct option is C, which we can see in the figure. Here the graph between tau and du by dy, which shows the behavior of fluid. Question 13. An oil of a specific gravity 0.9 has viscosity of 0.28 Stokes at 380 degree. What will be the viscosity in Newton second per meter square? Option A 0.252, option B 0.0311, option C 0.0252, option D 0.0206. So correct option is C. Specific gravity is 0.9, density is 0.9 into 1000 is equal to say 900 kg per meter cube, and 1 Stoke is equal to say 10 to the power 4 meter square per second. So we know dynamic viscosity is density into kinematic viscosity. Here is equal to say 900 into 0.28 into 10 to the power minus 4. So dynamic viscosity comes out 0.0252 Newton second per meter square. Question 14. Consider the following properties of fluid. First viscosity, second surface tension, third capillarity, fourth vapor pressure. Which of the above property can be attributed to the flow of jet of oil in an unbroken stream? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C 1 and 3, option D 2 and 4. So correct option is B, because surface tension forces are important in certain classes of practical problems, such as first flow in which capillary waves appear, second flow of a small jet and thin sheet of liquid injected by a nozzle in air, third flow of thin sheet of liquid over a solid surface. Here the significant parameters for dynamic similarities is the magnitude ratio of surface tension forces to the inertia forces. Therefore, the answer will be surface tension. And you can also note that the pressure inside the liquid jet is equals to the P gauge is equal to say 2 sigma by T. Question 15. When the pressure on a given mass of liquid is increased from 3 megapascal to 3.5 megapascal, the density of liquid increases from 500 kg per meter cube to 501 kg per meter cube. What is the average value of bulk modulus of liquid over a given pressure range? Option A 700 megapascal, option B 600 megapascal, option C 500 megapascal, option D 250 megapascal. So correct option is D, because we know bulk modulus is defined as hydrostatic stress to volumetric strain. So rho dP upon d rho is equal to say 500 into 3.5 minus 3 upon 501 minus 500. And the calculation for bulk modulus is equal to say 250 megapascal. Question 16. What are the dimensions of kinematic viscosity of a fluid? Option A Lt minus 2, option B L2 t the power minus 1, C m L the power minus 1 t the power minus 1, D m L the power 2 t the power minus 2. So correct option is B, L t the power 2 t the power minus 1. Question 17. Assertion: blood is a Newtonian fluid. Reason: the rate of strain varies non-linearly with shear stress for blood. So correct option is D, because A is false but reason is true. We know that blood is a non-Newtonian pseudoplastic fluid. Question 18. Which property of mercury is main reason for use in barometer? Option A high density, option B negligible capillary effect, option C very low vapor pressure, option D low compressibility. So correct option is C, very low vapor pressure. Question 19. What is the unit of dynamic viscosity of a fluid? Term poise is equivalent to. Option A dyne per centimeter square, option B grams second per centimeter, option C dynes second per centimeter square, option D gram centimeter per second. So correct option is C, dynes second per centimeter square. Question 20. In an experiment, the following shear stress, time rate of shear strain values are obtained from a fluid. The time rate of shear stress is 0, 2, 3, 4, and shear stress kilopascal is 0, 1.4, 2.6 and 4. So option are Newtonian fluid, Bingham plastic fluid, pseudoplastic fluid and dilatant. So correct option is D. If we plot the graph between tau and du by dy, so we can see that it is a dilatant fluid. Question 21. What is the pressure difference between inside and outside of the droplet of water? Option A 2 sigma by D, option B 4 sigma by D, option C 8 sigma by D, option D 12 sigma by D, where sigma is surface tension and D is the diameter of droplet. So correct answer is B. Del P is equal to say 4 sigma by D. Question 22. What is the pressure inside a soap bubble over the atmospheric pressure and its diameter is 2 cm and the surface tension is 0.1 Newton meter? Option A 0.4 Newton per meter square, option B 4 Newton per meter square, option C 40 Newton per meter square, option D 400 Newton per meter square. So correct option is C, because we know del P is equal to say 4 sigma by D. So 4 into 0.1 divided by 0.02, it comes out 40 Newton per meter square. Question 23. Which one of the following is correct? The capillary rise on depression in a small diameter tube is. Option A directly proportional to specific weight of the fluid, option B inversely proportional to the surface tension, C inversely proportional to the diameter, D directly proportional to surface area. So correct option is C, The capillary rise on depression is given by H is equal to say 4 sigma cos theta by rho GD. Here we can see that H is inversely proportional to D. Question 24. Consider the following statement related to fluid properties. First, vapor pressure of water at 373 Kelvin is 101.5 into 103 Newton per meter square. Second, capillary height in centimeter for water in contact with glass tube and air in tube diameter is 0.268. Blood is a Newtonian fluid. Which statement given is above is correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 3, option C 1 and 2, option D 2 only. Correct option is A, because vapor pressure of water at 373 Kelvin or 100 degree centigrade is 1 atmospheric pressure, which is equal to 1.01325 bar. Capillary height in centimeter for water in contact with glass tube is 0.3 by D. For water and glass, theta is equal to 0. So H is equal to say 4 sigma by rho GD. Blood is a pseudoplastic fluid where tau is equal to say mu du by dy the power n, and hence n is less than 1. Question 25. Assertion. In a fluid, the rate of deformation is far more important than that of total deformation itself. Reason: a fluid continues to deform so long as the external force applied on it. So correct answer is A, because it is no definite shape of its own, but it is confined to the shape of containing vessel. Even a small amount of shear force exerted on a fluid will cause it to undergo a rate of deformation, which continues as long as the force continues to be applied. It is interesting to note that solid will suffer strain when subjected to shear force, whereas fluid suffers rate of strain. Question number 26. What is a capillary rise in narrow two-dimensional slit of width W? Option A, half of that in the capillary tube of diameter W, two-thirds of that in capillary tube of diameter W, one-third of that in the capillary tube of diameter W, one-fourth of that in a capillary tube of diameter W. So correct option is A, half of that in capillary tube of diameter W. Question 27. Assertion. A narrow glass tube when immersed into the mercury causes capillary depression, and when immersed into the water capillary rise. Reason: mercury is denser than water. So correct answer is option B. Cause of capillary depression: adhesion is less than cohesion. The wetting tendency is less and angle of contact is high. That's all for today's lecture. Hope you like the video. Please do comment, like, subscribe and share. Hello friends, welcome to my channel GATE and ESE Aspirants. In this lecture, we will discuss the previous year GATE and ESE questions related to fluid properties.